Hello, good people of YouTube. Mountbatten here, and today we have Murney here in the Tier 9 Premium American Battleship, the Georgia, and Murney has a IFHE secondary build here on his Georgia. So for those of you that don't know, the deal with American secondaries is that while they are very accurate, they do not have the best pins in the world. They're really only useful against destroyers and some light cruisers. But against battleships, you won't be doing, well, battleships and heavily armored cruisers, you won't be doing a whole lot of pin damage. They are great at setting fires, though, so that's kind of the trade-off. Now, you can, of course, increase your effectiveness with these secondaries by equipping IFHE, which Murney right here has done. As far as the rest of his build, I have no idea what he has. He didn't include it in his email, but I can tell he does obviously have AFT and manual secondaries and IFHE, and I think he has Adrenaline Rush. I think so. We'll see right here when he takes his opening shot, and I'll be able to tell for sure. But as far as that, and he has Superintendent because he does have 5 heals and 4 engine boost and 5 spotter planes, so we can kind of surmise what his build is, but I do not 100% know. So the Georgia, the Tier 9 Premium American Battleship. Now this is a very, very, very unique ship. She is an American battleship that has 6 457mm 18-inch guns. And on top of that, this ship, if you build her right, you can get the ship up and rocking to about almost 40 knots top speed. Yes, you heard me right. A battleship that can do 40 knots. And this quickly spawned the saying, destroyers are fast, but Georgia is fast. Oh yeah, he's got Adrenaline Rush, because you guys will see later how low his reload gets. All right, so he has opened up on an Iowa. Unfortunately, he has bounced off of the Iowa. Now, the thing with the Georgia's guns is, yes, they are 18-inch guns, but they are not the 18-inch guns. They are not 460mm 18-inch guns like the Yamato has. The Yamato's guns can overpin the bow armor of any battleship in the game that has 32mm of armor, which is, well, all of them. Now, a couple of the Tier 10s, like the Grosse Kurfürst and the Kremlin, they have strips on their bow that are more than 32mm, but they still have a 32mm swath somewhere around there to where the Yami can still overmatch the bow armor. Now, the Georgia can't do that, but these are some really, really hard-hitting shells, and oof. The friendly Atlanta just got nuked by the Alaska. This is a Tier 9 game, by the way. No Tier 10s, just Tier 9s and Tier 7s. So Murney has propped up behind this island that, well, every American cruiser and Smolensk driver loves. So I have a suspicion that Murney may be a cruiser player at heart. But this is a good position to be in, especially in the opening minutes. Ooh! Nukes that Missouri there for 25,000 damage. A good position to be in for the opening minutes of the game, regardless if you're in a cruiser, battleship, or destroyer, if it's a gunboat destroyer like the Frenchies. So there's also this other Iowa who is just happily sailing right through the middle of the cap, 9 kilometers away from Murney, and ooh, doesn't get a Citadel on that hit, but got an okay hit. Now the Georgia, she does only have 6 guns, however they are quite accurate, not as accurate as they used to be. They have toned down that accuracy. They used to have the highest Sigma rating in the game, but they've toned that back to where now, ooh, rip Iowa, to where now they're still fairly accurate, but not where they used to be. And with only 6 guns, it of course hurts every shell missed a little bit more than if you had 8 guns or if you had 9 guns like most Tier 9 battleships have. So you have that to take into consideration. But you also get great secondaries, which I'm willing to bet about 99% of Georgia players do build out their secondaries. Also, you may notice that he's taking a bit more damage from these hits than an Iowa or so would. And the answer to that is yes, he is. The Georgia is a rather squishy battleship, but she does get a very nice heal to compensate for that. her hero reload time is incredibly fast, as you will see when he is forced to use it later on in the match. So far, enemy team is down 2 ships. Marnie's team's only down that 1 Atlanta that got spotted by an Alaska, and, well, Alaska had a nice little early lunch there. So he's moving into the sea cap now. There's that Iowa lurking in the back. There's something throwing HE at him from the other side of that mountain over there. There's New Orleans just off to his right as well. Ah, hello, Alaska. So he's got another Missouri in front of him and Alaska to his right. And he's going to take a little look at that Missouri right now. And he's turning, he's angled, he's going behind the island, but Marnie takes the shot anyway. Alaska, the tier 9 American. Ooh, Akatsuki just got killed by the New Orleans secondary. It's very interesting. Marnie takes a shot at that Algerie with his rear turret. So now they have capped the C cap. The enemy team is currently flipping the B cap. And Marnie has gone ahead and pushed in. New Orleans is about to come within secondary range right here. Now this is going to show you the power of IFHE on American secondaries. Because normally, yeah, you would get a little chunk here and there off of the New Orleans with the normal secondaries, but with the IFHE secondaries, he's going to be doing a bit more pin damage. Well, he's going to be pinning a bit more of the ship, but, well, you'll see. Now, secondaries, of course, German secondaries and American secondaries is definitely death by 1,000 paper cuts. It's just surviving long enough to apply those paper cuts to your target. So Marnie is also... Ooh, friendly team just lost another Mahan, which means they are down 4 ships to 2 ships on the enemy team. Most Georgia players won't do what Marnie's doing right now and stopping. The way I play Georgia and a lot of other Georgia players is that you just frickin' keep that thing full throttle and you just rock and roll. Because you don't really have the armor to be sitting still and tanking damage, unless it's your bow armor. So most Georgia players would just keep it forward, and that's the end of it. And I kind of play the Iowa like that, because it is such a fast battleship, and ooh, he just took 8,000 damage there from the Alaska. And he was fairly angled to that Alaska, so the Alaska gets those American cruiser AP angles on top of this already really good shells. So he gets an overpin on the Alaska, but then on that next salvo gets a Citadel off of him, so that's about 20,000 damage off of that Alaska. So Marnie's sitting at now just over 100,000 damage, but unfortunately his broadside to that Missouri, and ooh, big hits there. Luckily, though, none of those were Citadels. And that Missouri is, well, he's having a nice good old time with the border right there. Ooh, he does have priority target, and unfortunately... Oh, nope, he did get him. He does finish off that border hogging Missouri. So he does have priority target, superintendent, adrenaline rush, AFT at least. Don't know if he has BFT, and IFHE. Interesting. Alright, Ismo. Ooh, or Alaska. Now, the Ismo does actually have some pretty dang good armor from the front profile, so he wisely chooses to shoot at Alaska with his main battery guns. He's just about to crawl to within secondary range of the Ismo. Ooh, gets a pretty good hit there on the Alaska. Granted, it was only with 1 shell, but it was 5,000 damage. So he's now tearing into the Ismo with the secondaries. I think he has 3 salvos in the air before one's even there. Oh, American 5-inch guns. Ah, such a fire on the Ismo, his 3rd of the game. Oh, that was such a nice profile in that Alaska, but unfortunately he does only land 4 overpins. That is another curse of the Georgia against most broadside cruisers and even super cruisers. Since your guns are so large, you will be getting a lot of overpins. Unless you hit the armored center of a super cruiser, or obviously if there's a battleship sitting broadside onto you, be prepared for a lot of overpins. So now, friendly team is down 5 ships, enemy team is only down 4 ships, and the B cap is... It hasn't been flipped yet, but it certainly looks like it's about to flip with all those enemy ships in it. You've got the Alaska, the Ismo, and an Algerie all sitting inside the B cap. Oh, look, another Alaska. How joyous. And, ooh, Citadels, that other Alaska inside the B cap again. He's still got 153,000 damage now. And, ooh, Alaska 625 health, and bye-bye Alaska, the Donskoy took him out. But the Alaska sister manages to take out the Donskoy after that. Alright, Izumo has HE loaded and is shooting at Murney. Unfortunately, it does start a fire. And he eats some AP from the front to the superstructure from the other Alaska. So he's being very cautious, being very slow, which is very good because the Izumo, although he's not looking at him, he could have been. And the Izumo's guns most certainly hurt. Very much so when they catch your broadside. So he knows the Izumo isn't looking at him now. Oh, but now he is. So he opens up a bit more to get his more secondaries on target and get his rear turret off on him. And it looks like he missed that shot with that rear turret. Unless I just missed the shots connecting. Such another fire on the Izumo. And will he finish him off here? Yes, he will. There's Confederate and his second kill of the game. Sitting at 162,000 damage done right now. So he is radared by that Alaska right there, I'm presuming. Iowa, ooh, taps him on the nose for, I think that was like 3,000 damage. So now he starts to back up. Because he knows that Alaska, if the Alaska does come flying around the corner, Alaska is a fairly quick ship. He could potentially get to his sides before he has enough time to turn his turrets and get at him. Or it could also be that he doesn't know if that Iowa maybe is going to charge him, which would be a bad situation for him. Because the Iowa does currently have about 16,000 more health than he does in the Georgia. And Iowa, again, fairly fast ship. Wouldn't it be too hard for him to get around to his sides? But for whatever reason, again, I'm not really sure, just speculating here, he does start to back up. So, friendly team and enemy team, they're about balanced in terms of ships now. Both teams have 6 ships remaining on the field. The B cap, ooh, almost went red there. I'm assuming one of the DDs is just hiding within B, and the friendly team has now just pushed into B. So in terms of points, they're pretty neck and neck. This is a pretty dang close game and a good game so far. Both teams are right on top of each other in terms of points and ships sunk and ships alive, although the enemy team does have the destroyer advantage and the cruiser advantage, while Murney's team certainly does have the battleship advantage. So let's see how that plays out. Ah, hello, Alaska. So Alaska does try to go for a bit of a bonsai charge here. Ooh, overpins there on the Alaska for a sad 1,500 damage. Murney pops his engine boost, and now he's doing a French battleship tactic, which is pop your engine boost and throw it in reverse and run. And the looks like the Georgia can get up to, what's this? Oh, we're going to touch 13 knots here in reverse. 13 knots in reverse. 13.1, 13.2. Aims for his bow and misses it for a 5k pin. The Fantastic and this Alaska take out 2 Iowas. So now Murney's team's down 4 ships to the enemy team, 6 ships, not looking too good there. And ooh, that's some nice dispersion there through his nose. 8,000 damage there, high caliber. And the enemy Iowa is also, well, I think he's charging, but his guns certainly aren't looking in this direction. Lightning takes out the mast, and Alaska's giving Murney his whole broadside here. And ooh, good hit there from the Alaska, 6,000 damage on Murney. Murney's rear turret has reloaded. Goodbye, Alaska. There we go. That is his 3rd kill of the match. Now this Iowa is still pushing up on Murney. Now, the Iowa does have the advantage of this range because with a secondary build and not a primary battery build, the Georgia isn't that great at medium to long ranges, much better at close-in ranges. Iowa is a much better ship for medium range. But this Iowa, of course, has to keep his distance in order to keep that advantage. So this Iowa is now moving in on Murney. Murney, with his engine boost active, almost makes a jump to light speed there, but slows down when he sees the Sovietsky Soyuz up on his right. That is a ship you do not want to give your broadside because it can't hit all that well, but man, when it does hit, it hits like a friggin' truck. So Iowa decides to turn in front of Murney right here. I don't know why, because it's literally just Murney in front of him. He's got 55,000 health, but Murney is about to relieve him of some of that health. 8 kilometers away, some lovely dispersion there. No citadel, but almost 10,000 damage. Murney looks like he aimed just a little bit too high. Not one to judge. I do it all the time. A little bit lower would have been better, but of course the Iowa was turning, so there is that. So now Murney is chasing this guy in the Iowa with his bow onto him. There you go. He bounced those shots. And it looks like he's got about 2 secondary turrets that can still keep fire on him. That was some good dispersion there. Tags him in his stern for 5,000 damage. So the situation is, teams are still neck and neck. Oh, never mind. Other friendly Georgia just took out the Sovietsky Soyuz. So teams are about 100 points apart. Murray's team does have the B cap, but most of his team's on the inside of the B cap, and the enemy team does have them surrounded. So they are in a bit of a crossfire. This Iowa can, he can do that. Just took out the other Georgia. And the destroyer and cruiser on the other side, of course, can shoot at the friendly DD and cruiser that are almost in B, and the destroyer and cruiser don't have much they can do in terms of angling, especially against an Iowa. I don't know what friendly cruisers left on Murney's team right now, but if it's tier 7, the Iowa can more than likely just punch it in the face and not really care too much. So Murney sets another fire, so he's up to 6 fires this game on this Iowa right here. And I mean, the Iowa still has most of his health intact. Murney is, of course, slowly whittling his way through that. Ooh, so again, some more lovely dispersion from the main battery guns. It's a 2,000 and 4,000 pin out of the Iowa. So Le Fantastique has now touched the cap and is going after the Lightning. Le Fantastique is a rather strong gunboat, but of course no smokescreen. Algerie, 16 kilometers away. I believe it's either, yeah, it's him that is, no, it's not him. Is it Le Fantastique that's targeting Murney here? Or is it just a replay glitch? The world may never know. So the Iowa again turns and shows broadside to Murney. I'm not sure if he thinks that he was distracted by the Algerie for long enough that he could get away with this turning. I mean, there is an island in front of him, but it would have been better if he just beached himself to keep his stern angled toward Murney. But he does have to turn and either go around the island or hit it, and he chose to try and turn and go around the island, and kabam! Citadel right there for 19,000 damage. Algerie moving in on the cap, showing Murney perfect broadside, which is probably to his advantage. Oh, hello, Le Fantastique. 8 kilometers away with only 52 health. Prime range for American secondaries right there. But also the Lightning is also trying to get, I'm assuming, revenge for what the Le Fantastique did try to do to him. And will Murney's secondaries get it? Will the Lightning get it? Well, the Lightning's going to get it. So the Algerie is now trying to run away, very French of it, from the friendly team here. Can Murney snatch the kill? Ooh, an overpin on his stern. How sad. So it's like the Algerie is focusing on whatever cruiser that is off in the distance, while the Lightning and, well, I mean, everyone on Murney's team is trying to shoot the Algerie. Murney asked in chat, can I get Kraken? Well, Murney, the answer to your question is yes, you can get Kraken. So, fantastic game there from Murney in an IFHE. Georgia, 291,000 damage by the end of it. High caliber, Confederate, and Kraken unleashed. What a game. Definitely one of those just beautiful games where everything goes well. You get a good game, good friendly team, good enemy team. That was definitely not a ruffle stomp. That was a very, very good game, very entertaining game to watch. And, man, makes me want to go play the Georgia some more. I, of course, moved my Georgia captain over to my Ohio. And he's almost about to get his last skill, which would be Superintendent, to where I can actually have 5 heals. Because, boy, you burn through them quick there in the Ohio and in the Georgia, because they both get that really nice cooldown time on their heal. So, anyway, great game there, Murney. Glad you sent it in. 291,000 damage. Very, very, very nice game. Don't know what that I was trying to do there at the end. But anyway, guys, if you have a replay you would like to send in, send it to the link in the description down below. I'm trying to show you guys more of these because, you know, again, it's you guys sending me this content, and a lot of the games are really, really good. It's just, you know, getting them on the channel and filming them before the next update goes out, and then I can't use them anymore. Yeah. Alright guys, hope you enjoyed the video. If you did, please drop a like, leave a comment, and subscribe. We are on our way now to 6,000 subscribers, closing in on that goal very, very fast. You guys have been awesome. with all the subscriptions for the past month or so. It's been awesome, guys. I really mean it when I say thank you for all the subscriptions and the support and all the likes. So again, I hope you're all having a wonderful day, wonderful Tuesday. Yes, that is the day this is coming out. And I hope to catch all of you guys in the next one.